I respond. Your third eye shall not work on me, chosen one.
As a great popo once said, winners don't use drugs.
Proto? Did you just cause this giant transgenic spider to overdose on lithium? Are you sure you know what you're doing?
It's all good, Princess Bay. I got the master plan all up in my brain ram. The power of a $6 billion baller compels you. Who's the man now, dog? Hells yeah!
Yay! You did it, dude! I knew I was right to bring you into the Egalite Cooperative. It was true synchronicity. One last thing. I think Borges Claw is suffering some rigor mortis. A little help?
Oh, yeah. My bad. Close your eyes, boo.
Thanks.
Jobs. My head is killing me.
Carl, you're all right.
Sort of. If I was one of your android royal guards, I'd say I was operating at 20% efficiency right now.
Perhaps we should bezounce this party, yo.
Should we take Noah Gertzel with us?
He's not the Noah Gertzel I used to know, and it's all my fault. He was the most brilliant person I've ever met. He could have done so much for the world. If I'd really listened to him, if I'd helped him better, he wouldn't have turned into this.
You did what you could. Gertzel made his own choices too. Sometimes God plays dice, and we get snake eyes. We just have to pick up, dust off, oil our shitty actuators, and move forward.
I guess you're right, Carl. We've got a Neofeud to win. Let's get going.
So what's our next move?
The loss of Gertzel is a major blow to the Egalite Cooperative, unfortunately. My father has a meeting at the Oasis Country Club. It's basically a giant floating golf course / resort for royalty. It's a long shot, but maybe I can convince him to help us out. We'll have to backtrack into the past a bit so I can arrive in my official Rolls-Royce Sky Car.
Okay, what's the game plan on our end?
You guys take the superpositor in invisibility mode and keep an eye on me from a distance in case anything goes wrong.
Sounds good. Back to the future. The past? This time travel stuff is making my head spin now. That's all.
Carl, can you hear me okay?
Loud and clear, Sybil.
Great. Just remember to stick to the plan, okay?
Right. Hang back, stay out of sight, and keep an eye out for trouble. It seems the superpositor's stealth cloak mode is working.
Great. And don't get too close to my father's Zep yacht. It's got a built-in missile defense system and an air force of drones.
Aye aye, ma'am. So, do you think your dad will really listen?
I don't know if I can turn my father from the 1%er dark side, but I have to at least try. If I can't garner his support, we'll have to go to Plan B, overthrow.
War is the continuation of diplomacy by other means, right?
Yeah, well, we have to hope for the best.
Good luck politicking, princess.
Damn, Walker, you've really upped your golf game.
I've swung a lot of heavy metal in my day. You Clington bushes always got the trump card in politics, though.
Don't short your own stock, Walker. I'm sure you'll be taking my Martian resort from me any day now. In fact, I'll throw in my Jupiter mining colony.
Ha! That Gates Walton kid still badgering you to let him use your orbital station? Nolan, is it?
Oh, gosh. That plus $1 trillion in seed capital for his interstellar adventures. It can be your problem, George.
Jobs on a stick. Am I seeing things, or is that psycho General Walker Coke Jobs that tried to gun us down with his warplane at the Capitol?
That's him. Oh no, this is all wrong. Just keep your eyes peeled, Carl, and be ready to get us out of here. Walker could be setting a trap for us.
Yes, ma'am. And Princess?
Yes?
You be careful out there, okay? You're our only hope. I mean, you represent us common people. We can't lose you.
I'll do my best, Carl.
Princess Sybil, great to see you all in one piece, darling. Your dad was worried sick about you.
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you, General Coke Jobs.
Sibs, there you are. The General here has just been telling me that you've been busy of late.
Yes, I've been working on a number of projects and initiatives.
Your daughter's been doing some great work, Warren. I ran into her at the Capitol, in fact.
Really?
That's right. She was down there, lobbying the government to help with them poor low city ragamuffins, especially the foster robots.
That's my Sybil, heart of gold.
I was down there overseeing the rollout of new security measures. You can never be too careful, especially in light of current events.
That's right. Those slum-sprawl terrorists commandeered a CJ-74 Archangel and shot out an entire floor, right?
A damn shame what it is. An attack on us royalty? In our own castle? The hubris of it. We need to hit them goddamn radical Islamist robo-terrorists back hard. No offense, Princess.
None taken, General.
We better not broadcast our attack to the public just yet. Better to just do some executive order backdoor strikes, loose lips sink ships. Ain't that right, Sybil?
Absolutely, General. While I'm generally not in favor of violence, we've got to keep quiet about our machinations. We wouldn't want the wrong people getting wind of what we're up to.
That's great, Princess. I'm real glad we all understand each other. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some business to handle before the G8 summit. Warren? Princess?
Of course. See you there, Walker.
That's the Coke Jobs attack drone that hit us at the Capitol. Sybil, you gotta get the hell out of there.
Oh, Jobs. No, I can't run unless the General makes a move, or King Warren will be onto us and the Egalite Cooperative will be ruined.
If that plane opens fire in this golf course, you and your father will be torn to shreds.
I know. Please let him just leave.
Oh, thank Jobs. That was close.
Sib, such a wonderful surprise. How's that fancy air car I bought for you working out? Not still pulling to the left, is it? How's your mother?
Dad, come on. You know I hate sibs. I'm not 5 anymore.
Of course, darling. Oh, good. We're out of earshot. Where the hell have you been, young lady? I took 500 of my best CIA off the case, installing my technocrats in China and the Eurozone, just to look for my rebel princess daughter. You know that's what the Neofeudals are calling you now? The rebel princess? You know how that makes me look at World Economic Summits? How the hell am I supposed to run these planets if my own daughter won't even back me up?
OMG, Dad, it's not my fault that my humanitarian work is against the grain of your Royal Country Club. That's where I've been this entire time, doing real work on the ground with my mixed species, mixed income community initiative. You always told me to think for myself and do something great with my life. Well, I'm doing that, and making the world a more equal and just place is my great calling. You're the leader and keynote speaker of the G8 Summit tonight. You could change the culture, maybe back me up for once.
Sybil, Sybil, Sybil. Oh, my innocent little flower girl. If only you truly understood how power really worked, you'd know why that's not possible.
I am not your naive little daddy's girl, and I will not be condescended to anymore. I'm trying to help provide equal opportunities to the 99% non-royals, build communities, bridge the interspecies racism that is tearing everyone apart, one riot, shooting, and terrorist attack at a time on the planets you claim to be running, but you mostly just ignore and exploit.
You want me to treat you like a grown-up? Fine. Here's the hard truth, princess. There have always been the haves and the have-nots, and that's the way it will always be. Let's say I open up the Clinton Bush coffers to the commoners, the unwashed terrestrials, redistribute wealth. Sure, they would be eating lobster nightly, sporting shiny chrome body parts the skies would fill with flying cars, for a time. But helping the poor is like throwing money into a fire. They just burn it up and ask for more. There's no return on investment. I've already pushed billions in aid to terrestrial slum sprawls this year alone with nothing to show for it.
That's because it's all being funneled into slush funds of corrupt cronies. My own cousin, the mayor, and the director of sentient services were lining their own pockets with public money, as I discovered at the Capitol. And what does actually reach the poor is going to overcomplicated, discriminatory, and inadequate welfare.
It's fine to do some philanthropic work here and there. Hold some starving robot kids, or do some boutique urban gardening photo op with inner-city transgenic youth to get the liberals on your side. But not too much. You can call it crony capitalism, or you can call it putting family first, the way I help you, my daughter. But a bigger problem is that if we were to start putting more than token resources towards the billions and billions of hungry mouths down there, the other dynasties would sense weakness. And as our resources waned, they would come after our castle. Then someone, the Coke Jobs probably, would take our place as dominant neo-feudal power. And we all know that Walla General is only happy when it's raining bullets and bombs. His itchy trigger finger would hit the big red button and start World War III the second he was given the ultimate throne without our family to put him in check. So you see, that is the heavy golden crown of thorns I must wear, my dear. You may call me evil, and maybe I have some of that in me. But I, Warren Clinton Bush, am the lesser of two evils by far. We can't always have utopia, my dear princess. Sometimes we have to be strategic, settle for what is achievable. Compromise. That is the heart of politics, after all. True equality, democracy, that's a fantasy of the left.
That's ludicrous. If sentients on the ground just had enough to lift themselves out of the poverty trap, who knows what they could do? Who knows how many great scientists, engineers, artists, the next Einstein, the next Noah Goetzel, could be living in that slum, slaving at a dead-end job, forced to become a drug lord to survive, wasting his talent just because we, the 1%, wanted a bigger piece of the pie. All people of all races and substrates could be living happier and more productive lives. Doesn't that mean anything? How can you be so heartless?
I can see we may have to agree to disagree, my dear. Here, baby, you need some money? Take a few billion and go start a charity, or another one of them open source, mixed income, trans species villages or whatever you call it. Just don't use any real estate from 57th to Obama Street. We're making a new resort. I mean, regentrifying that area.
Fine, Dad. I guess I'll see you at the G8 summit. That old, egocentric, patronizing, ignorant old... Ah! This is why I left the capital.
Hey, Sybil. No one can say you didn't try. You pleaded your case through the proper channels. You tried the politics.
Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. I just wish it wasn't my own father we have to overthrow. But it must be done. Stupid old Neofeudal. Let's just get out of here. This is it, the Fulcrum, a palace levitating above a megalopolis, hovering above mass slum sprawl, home of the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. Looks like I'm just in time for the G8 Summit, a yearly conference attended by the most powerful neo-feudal dynasties, families of kings, presidents, executives, military leaders, religious leaders, lifestyle gurus. As a representative of the dominant family, the Clington Bushes, I'll need to keep up appearances. I have to do my princess wave, shake all the right hands, stand in the photo ops, maybe give a speech about world peace. All the while ensuring that Carl and Proto-J sneak in and the Egalite Cooperative's coup d'etat is successful. The world is counting on us. No pressure.
Princess Sybil Clington Bush, welcome to the G8 Summit. We apologize for the inconvenience, but we must do a routine scan of your vehicle for security reasons.
Of course, go ahead.
Your Highness, there seems to be a problem. We'll also need to scan your personal security detail.
What? Why? What's the problem?
Probably just a minor oversight, but your Royal Guard security clearance codes appear outdated.
Is that so? Well, I order you to change your routine procedure. Do you want me to draw up a royal decree and have you recycled for insubordination?
No. Of course not. My humblest, sincerest apologies, Your Majesty. Please have mercy. I was merely following orders.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Grovel. Just get out of my way. I'd just like to take a little stroll around the palace grounds. It's been a while since I've been home.
Of course, Your Highness.
Good afternoon, Emperor Z.
We are pleased to see you, Princess Sibyl. The People's Empire of China has utmost respect for you and your father.
Princess Sarah!
Princess Sybil, great to see you.
I'm such a huge fan. When you took the 2027 Transplanetary Academy Awards by storm by defiling your pure human body, it was such an epic, brave move, inserting your consciousness into a vat-grown body with 30% feline genes. You totally inspired me to become a transcorporeal ally to disenfranchised sentient species.
Oh, stop spoiling me. I wish the mainstream media hadn't overhyped the scandal of my transgender interspecies vessel. It ended up overshadowing the social justice movement I was promoting. But c'est la vie. In truth, it was badly received in elite circles. But that wasn't what really ruffled feathers. It was when I married a common seamstress/singer from an LA ghetto, someone so far below my social economic class. Not the fact that I became the first openly lesbian royal, but that I'd married a simple cosplayer micro-celeb with less than 1 billion hype-tube views. That's when I drew attacks from other neo-feudals as a treason against the ruling elite.
Tell me about it. That's what happens when you threaten the status quo. Weren't you actually, assassinated, JFK style? Shot in your motorcade to that charity event for #CommonLivesMatter in Paris?
Luckily, I had a backup of my consciousness and was able to re-sleeve into a new cloned body.
Uncle Patty!
Sybil, oh my, you've grown into a beautiful lotus. I remember when you were just a wee little bud.
You taught me to play cricket, made me fall in love with Alu Gobi. How could I forget? Thank you again for that letter of recommendation when I applied for Yalevard.
It was my pleasure. By the way, after you try the beluga caviar, treat your palate with the gold-plated tikka masala. I snuck my mother's recipe into the android chef's AI.
Princess Sybil, the fulcrum is brightened by your presence.
Thank you for coming, Your Majesty. I hope that Europe is recovering from the war, the second Dresden firebombing.
A catastrophe, no doubt, one that we all deeply regret. However, Europe has retaken its place as a manufacturing powerhouse. Aero BMW, sky yachts, surrogate cyber bodies, orbital platforms, they are at an all-time high.
It sounds like the EU is really bouncing back then.
The only problem is there are only jobs for super-intelligent machines. The guilds, the trades are lost. Unemployment is at 90%. I regret to say it, but Lower Europe resembles less utopia and more the medieval Dark Ages, full of sectarian violence, starvation, and plagues, except with smartphones and assault rifles. We have performed aid drops, tried to help those below, but populist animosity is at an all-time high. We elite have lost control of our territory. We rule only the clouds. I have heard of your work with the terrestrials, the sentient underclasses. If only we could replicate this on my continent. Your father has nearly infinite resources. If you could perhaps speak with him?
I wish I could help, Your Majesty, I really do, but my father and I don't see eye to eye. I act against his will, in fact. If I were the monarch of my neo-feudal dynasty, this would be a different world, but as it is, King Warren holds the keys to the kingdom. Hi, Father.
Sibs, I can trust you to be on good behavior, right? No stealing the mic and bursting into communist rants, flipping banquet tables, or PR stunts involving tar and feathers, right?
Yes, Father. I'll be good for this summit. Promise.
That's what I like to hear. This virgin's blood Pinot is exquisite, by the way. Do try it.
I hate this.
Sybil, I'm sorry about my crassness at the Capitol.
I've set up a Gates Walton charitable foundation to handle support for the terrestrial poor, and I'm donating Big League to it.
This isn't another money laundering scheme to pay off your foreign allies tax-free while simultaneously attempting to woo bleeding heart liberals like me with fake philanthropy, is it?
Absolutely not. I'm sincere here.
Then you wouldn't mind appointing your lefty sister, Princess Sarah, as chairwoman of the board then?
I can't believe you still don't trust me. Did what we have mean nothing?
We had a 2-week fling, Nolan, and I was 17 and naive.
You're going to regret this, Sybil.
Whatever, Nolan.